Hi, friends. It is the day after Thanksgiving. And yeah, it's, I don't even know what is time really. Um, Hi, friends. It is the day after Thanksgiving. And yeah, it's, I don't even know what is time really. Um, but we had a very late morning. My husband got up with Rowan and the dog, and so I got to sleep in. I wasn't really feeling very well. Um, and so, yeah, today it's the start of a vlog, so welcome. I do have some reading plans for this weekend. I'm not sure what they are exactly and how far I will get. We put up our tree yesterday or Wednesday. Yeah, my husband put it up on Wednesday, um, but it's not decorated yet. And my mother and father-in-law are coming over for Christmas tomorrow. So I want to get things decorated. So we usually do, my husband has three siblings and they are all married, and well, actually there are five of them total, so he has three siblings and then two stepsisters, and everyone is married and has kids. And so my in-laws do like Christmas with all of their children and spouses and grandchildren. It's usually the Saturday before Christmas. Um, but obviously, this year, because of COVID, we're not doing that. And so I'm not sure like how they're handling it with everyone else, but they are coming to our house for brunch on Saturday. So yeah, it will just be the five of us. And yeah, so I need to finish cleaning up from Thanksgiving. We didn't have people over, obviously. Well, I cooked dinner. I always cook dinner. And then this year, instead of having like all of my kids and like whatever friends they want to bring, or my parents or whoever come over, we didn't obviously. And so I have three kids who still live locally, and well, my son and his girlfriend didn't stop by because they made their own Thanksgiving dinner. Um, but my two daughters came by and just picked up their plates to go. And we sort of sat in the family room while they were in the kitchen, like fixing their plates and whatnot to take with them, and kind of chatted for about 15 minutes, and then they left. And then I delivered some food to my dad, and one of my brothers lives with my dad now. So we just dropped food by for them. We did not stay. Um, yeah, but I still have kind of a mess that I'm trying to clean up. There are toys everywhere, everything is everywhere. So that is kind of what I'm doing for the rest of the day. Probably pick up something to read tonight and then maybe read tomorrow, like after my in laws leave. So, yeah, that's what my plan is for the rest of the day. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted. I am watching The Crown, but I started, I think like when it originally came out, I watched the first season and maybe like half of the second, and then I kind of stopped watching it for whatever reason, or like, you move on to other things that you're watching. And now, since everyone's talking about the new season with Diana in it, I wanted to start watching it over from the beginning. So I'm starting with season 1, and I'm like halfway through season 1. So I'm not like watching it super closely because I do remember like some of what was going on. But I'll probably have that on in the background as I am cleaning and decorating and all of that jazz.
It's RSM.
Yeah, let's talk about reading real quick. I have 2 books. If I'm being completely honest, I have had a really big reading slump this month. Nonfiction November has been a struggle. I think I'm only about halfway through one of the books. So I am going to try to read as much of The Great Influenza as I can this weekend. And then I also have this, Legendborn, which I picked up from the library. I don't know, both of those are fairly long. Let's see, Legendborn's like 500 pages. The Great Influenza is like 500. Yeah, it's about 460 pages. So that's a lot of reading when I haven't been reading much of anything this month. I didn't read last night because I started doing like some decorating, and I had some kind of weird like allergic reaction. Well, I mean, I'm basically allergic to everything. I'm pretty sure it was dust because I was bringing boxes of Christmas stuff up from our storage, and like my whole forearm broke out in hives and was like red and itchy, and then they started like popping up on my face. So I had to take 2 Benadryl, which kind of knocked me out. So I'm going to try to read today, finish decorating. My in-laws are coming over tomorrow. And oh, and film some stuff. So, yeah, and clean up. So it's gonna be a long day. We were up at like, I think I heard my husband get up at like 4:45 to let the dog out. I ended up falling asleep in bed with my son. Like one of us, we alternate nights laying down with him until he falls asleep, usually, to get him to sleep in his own bed. And it doesn't usually take that long. I mean, we're usually in there for like 10, maybe 15 minutes. Like he has this sort of projection thing that goes on the ceiling, and it's like constellations or stars, galaxy, that's the word I'm looking for. And it is on for like a half hour, and then it automatically shuts off. So usually we'll stay in there until it shuts off, and then he's asleep. And because I had taken the Benadryl, I ended up, I probably fell asleep before he did. I don't know. But anyway, I woke up around 6 and just kind of laid there because I knew if I moved, he would probably wake up, and I didn't want him up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. So anyway, we've been up for a while. I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should fix some lunch. And I looked at the clock and it was like 10:30. I'm like, oh my God, it's only 10:30 in the morning. So yeah, I am going to get busy doing some more decorating. My son's favorite thing that we put out for Christmas is the Christmas village, and he's very anxious for me to get it set up. So yeah, that's the plan for today, and we'll see what happens. Good morning. So, I forgot yesterday to do my little wrap up. I don't know what the technical term for it is, but I did manage to do a bit of reading for this vlog, so it's not a total fail. I am 100 pages into Legendborn and I'm really enjoying it, so that makes me happy. I also started listening to Anxious People on audiobook, and I am about I think I'm like 12 chapters into that. I don't know how long I listened to it last night and this morning while I was getting dressed, and I'm also really enjoying that as well. And then what else? Oh, I started reading something on my Kindle, but I don't want to talk about it yet because it's an arc, and I think I'm going to do like a wrap up of all the arcs that I'm going to attempt to read this month. But yeah, so that is going to do it for this vlog. I hope that you will tune in next week for episode number 2. And this has been really fun for me. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. I have a lot more interesting, fun things, I hope. Well, I hope you think that they're interesting and fun things planned for the month of December. So I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!